The English Premier League prediction for this weekend, the game week 22. It starts with the game for this weekend, and that's the Manchester Derby, and that's the match between Manchester United and Manchester City. Currently, Manchester United have appointed a new interim manager, and that's Michael Carrick, whose time previously ended on almost a near perfect record. He was able to get a draw with Chelsea. He got the better of Arsenal in a 3-2 win at Old Trafford. And that match saw their legend Cristiano Ronaldo scored a brace, and he also got a win over Villarreal. That's 2 wins and a draw in his 3 games in charge of Manchester United. So he has a tough match on his hand when he faces Pep Guardiola's side today. That's the early kickoff match. The Red Devils, they have managed just 1 win in their last 7 matches against Manchester City at Old Trafford. 6 of their last 10 matches at Old Trafford has ended in defeat to Manchester City. They have scored 0 goals in 4 of their last 5 matches against Manchester City at Old Trafford. So we move on to Manchester City. Manchester City have drawn the last 3 matches. But there is a positive. They are currently on a 13-game unbeaten run. So I'll be tipping Manchester City, the citizens, to get the Derby Day bragging right. That is, they will get a win today at Old Trafford. So we move to Stamford Bridge, where Chelsea will be hosting Brentford. Chelsea, they have won only 4 of their last 10 Premier League matches at Old Trafford. At Stamford Bridge. The Bees, Brentford, they have won 4 out of the last 5 and played a draw. So that's there's a near perfect record for Brentford in the last 5 games. Then we move on. Okay, before we move on, we're tipping Chelsea to get a win or both teams to score in this match, because Brentford, they have a leader striker in Igor Thiago, who is currently in form. So we're tipping a win for Chelsea or both teams to score in this crucial game at Stamford Bridge, where Liam Rossino, their new interim manager, will be hoping to get to start his Chelsea career on a bright note. So we move on to the Elan Road, where Leeds will be hosting Fulham. I will be tipping a draw in this match. Then we move on to Anfield, where Liverpool will be hosting Burnley. The previous match at the home of Burnley, the match was settled by a last gap penalty, and that was a slim victory for Liverpool. So the last 3 games of Liverpool in the Premier League have ended in a draw. Draw with Leeds, Fulham, and Arsenal. That has affected their momentum in the race for the top 4. So there is a negative for them in this fixture. They are supposed to be jubilating because they are facing one of the worst sides in the Premier League. But in their last 2 matches against newly promoted side, they have played a draw in both matches. So this match, I'm still tipping Liverpool the Reds to get a win in this one. And then we move on to the London Stadium, where Spurs will be hosting West Ham. Tottenham Hotspur, they are inconsistent. Sometimes they win, sometimes they draw. But in this one, I think they will get a win in this match. So we move on to the Stadium of Light, where Sunderland will be hosting Crystal Palace. I will be tipping a draw for this match. So we move on to the City Ground, where Nottingham Forest will host Arsenal, the league leaders. In the last 5 league matches of Nottingham Forest, they have just 1 win. Whereas Arsenal, they are currently flying in the Premier League, although their last match in the Premier League, they played a draw with Liverpool. So in the subsequent fixture, Arsenal was able to get the better of Nottingham Forest, 3 goals to nothing. But it was under a different manager, that was Angel Postecoglou. Surprisingly, Martin Subimendi scored a brace in that crucial encounter. So my tip in this match is I'll be going with the bookings, over 2.5 bookings. For the corners, over 7.5 corners. For those who like playing the highest number of corners. In this match, Arsenal will have the highest number of corner. So we'll be moving to the Super Sunday fixture, and the first match there is the match between Wolverhampton Wanderers and Newcastle United. Wolverhampton Wanderers, they are one of the worst, they are even the worst side in the Premier League so far. But recently they have started getting positive results, although it doesn't really mean they will win this match, but they could possibly give their best and give Newcastle a run for their money. But I'll be going with Newcastle in this one because Newcastle, they have a strong attacking firepower. So I'll be tipping Newcastle to win at the Molineux. And then we move to the Villa Park where Aston Villa will be hosting Everton. Aston Villa, they have one of the best home records this season. So I'll be tipping Aston Villa to get a win in this one. So we move on to the last match of this game week, and that's the match at the Amex where Brighton will host Bournemouth. Bournemouth currently lost one of their key attacking star in Antoine Semenyo, who moved over to the Etihad Stadium. He has joined Manchester City and is currently the most expensive Ghanaian player. So that will affect Bournemouth in this match because he's one of the best when it comes to the attack. He's one of their best outlets. So it's going to affect them in this match. So I'm tipping Brighton and over Albion to get a win in this match. Thank you for watching this episode.